As promised, here is my long-term review on the Hisense S7 Canvas television. I'm going to try to answer a lot of the comments and questions that were asked, but there were a lot, so I won't be able to answer all of them. But here's the first. This sound that you are hearing is the Canvas S7 from about 30 feet. As promised, here is a long-term review using the Canvas TV for about 3 months now, and we use it as an everyday TV. But first, let's cover some basics for this. 3 things. I still have not hung the TV again on the wall using the stock mount. Now, I did go out and buy from Lowe's. I went out and got the toggle bolts and these kits to hang the television using these standard. And what I'll do is I'll use a combination of toggle bolts and into the studs where possible, right? But I have no time to get that done. So yes, if you've watched the last review, it is slightly higher on the right side by maybe 1/4 of an inch. But my plan was to rehang it once I realized it, run cables and things like that for my gaming systems, etc. Not a big deal. Second, I bought this TV with my own money. There is no brand bias or anything here. As always, this is an honest and transparent review, whether or not it's given to me, sent to me, I'm paid, or whatever the case may be. Always honest, transparent consumer review. I wish they would have sent it to me, or at the bare minimum, I wish I would have been able to pay what you all can pay now, which is literally $500 less than what I paid for it on day 1 of launch. But the third and last thing is, although there is no brand bias here, I will share that I have my own bias, right? And I always do this when there's a bias to be talked about. I absolutely love this TV. It's one of my best purchases I've ever made. I'll get into that, but it's not perfect. In fact, there's one serious major flaw maybe that I'm still trying to figure out that may be a deal breaker for some of you. And but of course, in YouTube fashion, I'll share that at the end of this video to make sure you watch the whole video. But there's also a real reason for me to share it at the end as well. But please consider subscribing and helping the channel, because just for you all, I'm not going to make any money on this, as I will be sharing movie footage, TV footage, sporting footage, etc. I won't make a cent on this thing. So please like, share, comment, subscribe to honor the sacrifice, as I'm sure this will be one of my best viewed videos because we love our TVs, don't we? So let's get into the review. I'm going to show you footage using the Canvas S7 throughout different times of the day. Our great room has windows up to 2 stories and fill the space with a lot of light. Now, this is why I never had an OLED in this space, but the screen takes care of the light with no problem. The camera actually picks up more of the glare from direct sunlight than you would see in real life. Jumping into the operating system, this is powered by Google TV. This was my first time using a Google-powered operating system, and I must say I've grown quite fond of it. Even though this is a Google TV, it plays well with iOS. I can mirror my screen, cast to the TV, play music through the TV, interact with it with absolutely no problems. On top of that, navigation is fluid. It's easy to learn, even though I never used it before. It's Android-based, so you can download a lot of apps from the Play Store as long as there's memory, and this has 19 gigabytes of memory available based on what I see in the operating system settings. The art is what we're here for. This is the main use of this television, and that is the primary feature I will measure this television on. I think you will be surprised by the picture quality, but please don't watch the ratings review where they bashed the TV for 10 minutes on picture quality and barely spoke about the actual use of the television they're doing. Nothing to educate on the actual purpose of this television. They labeled it a lifestyle TV and then followed their normal test as if every person that buys this or any television everywhere is the same, ruling it a winner by default, basically against the Samsung frame on price. Each person that looks at a television is going to be a different persona or different need to be fixed by their purchase. So going beyond my rant, this is my favorite feature, and it was the immediate proof that I made the right decision when choosing this television. For years, I looked at the Samsung's frame and I did not pull the trigger just due to the high prices. For Black Friday and this holiday, you can get this TV for $799. That's the 65-inch, as I said, which is $500 less than usual. And it has many art types to choose from to display, along with immersive art, they call it, that has sound and music and movement, and you can add your own art as well. I added a picture from my cell phone of my cats, and you would want to add horizontal 16:9 ratio style photos to use up the screen real estate unless you're okay with black bars on each end. To add new artwork, you would follow the same process by going to my photos and uploading via your cell, tablet, etc. And then you could select that digital art, add to favorites, and have it play as well. I definitely have my favorites. I like the dark, moody artwork, the older genres of art, and less of the bright, modern, and pop art. This television does a great job of looking authentic. When I first purchased it, I had to walk up close several times to confirm it was indeed not a real canvas. Now, this video and its compression, along with my level of videographer skills, won't do this TV justice, as it does an amazing job of really capturing the essence of the art. And if you're not satisfied, you can hit the menu button and really tweak the view to look the way you want. You can even play your own music via Bluetooth through the television along with your art. A Little Clair de Lune by Debussy, Four Seasons by Vivaldi, the Erlkönig performed by Schubert, or Def Leppard. Pour some sugar on me. It's really up to you. You can do what you want through the Bluetooth. But all jokes aside, you can also really control how the TV manages the art. You can add your own editorial eye to the canvas and display while in art mode. You can add a mat of different sizes. There's small mat, there's a larger mat. I'm not a fan of the mat in my opinion on this because it takes away from like that canvas look, but you can adjust how the artwork responds to the light, to motion. You can set an auto power on and off for different times of the day. You can select the rotation of the art, whether it goes in order of, the way it sits within the television, or it can be random. You can set a certain theme to the art. You can even display your own personal photos, like I showed before, just by uploading them to the art and then allowing them to cycle through as you would any other art. You can have the largest digital photo frame in the neighborhood if you want. The biggest thing about this is that the art is 100% free that comes along with this. Unlike the Samsung, you don't have to pay for a subscription. What's in there when you purchase is there, and you can add your own art over time through the My Photos app. So when it comes to art, this is a phenomenal television. It looks authentic. The matte screen does a great job of dealing with the light. And I'll show you some dark pictures here in a second. And you will see that even at nighttime, you really can't tell that it's not authentic. So when it comes to art, this TV is phenomenal. If that's why you're buying it, you will be happy. picture quality is actually really good. It's not as good as the typical Hisense experience, such as the U8, U7, or even back to the older television that I have. But it is good. It does a good job of managing live television that will play anywhere from 460p up to 1080p. I wanted to share what this looks like at different times of the day, and in doing so, I had to use different ISO points. So it's not the best, but I wanted to be realistic and show you what you could or what you would expect. I didn't want to doctor any of the footage to make it look good. I enjoy the way the TV performs. This is also straight out of the box, no calibration. I also don't believe in calibrating a television to share an opinion, as the average person will not do that. They will even less likely do it for an art gallery television, as the art looks excellent out of the box. So, however, the matte screen does affect the color of the television. In my opinion, it never looks washed out or anything like that. But coming from a 48-inch OLED as a daily driver for my work and editing desk setup, then using a Samsung S95B OLED for gaming and movies in my upstairs bedroom media area, I do notice the difference there. But even still, it looks pleasing to me, and we spend a lot of time watching games and TV and even movies out here on the weekends. However, there is one major issue that I cannot figure out, and this may be a game breaker for you. I cannot get the TV to stream movies at 4K on any of the apps. It doesn't matter if it's Netflix, Prime Video, Disney, Vudu, Fandango. It does not matter. I didn't even realize it until I started filming this review 4 days ago. That's why I didn't get it out for Black Friday. I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me. I never noticed that it wasn't playing movies in 4K, and an external input just fine, like Xbox, something plugged into it, Amazon Fire Stick, whatever, just fine. But the onboard apps, nope, it will not do it. And now that I know it's an issue, I can't unsee it. So I reached out to customer service, and I'm waiting for a response as I finish this video. I will update again in the future with what I learned, but I don't know if you noticed it before I mentioned it, but those movies are not streaming in 4K. So in closing, I say proceed at your own risk. I think the TV looks amazing, and if you use an Apple TV or something, that won't be an issue. But to me, that defeats the purpose the need to do so as an art TV, where it should be able to operate free of any attachments, right? However, I'm still happy with the TV as it performs its main duty superbly, and that is display art and blend into the environment when not in use. I hope you found value in this review and it helps you make an educated decision. I'm still baffled. I'm not sure why it won't stream apps in 4K. I'm trying to figure that out, and now that I know that it doesn't, it does bother me like a little bit more than a bit. But other than that, I still love this television. We watch it daily. We display the art daily. We use that feature daily. And this was the first tech purchase in a long time that my wife got excited about. So that in itself is worth it for me. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do me a favor and subscribe to honor the sacrifice. But as always, stay cozy in that crazy world, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.